Pain is not the end. It is the furnace. The place where gold is refined, the ego is burned, and the soul begins to understand why it was called. Billy Graham taught, God never wastes suffering, he transforms it into a platform for purpose. That doesn't mean pain is good. It means it's used. C.S. Lewis said, God whispers in our pleasures, speaks in our conscience, but shouts in our pain. Because pain has a volume the soul cannot ignore. It tears through layers comfort never touches. Most people try to escape pain, not realizing it is the process, the tool, the place where God shapes those he wants to use. This video does not romanticize suffering, but reveals how it awakens parts of the soul that comfort numbs, and how, if understood correctly, pain can become the key to your real calling. There is a hidden cycle many don't see. When pain is misunderstood, it turns the heart away from purpose. Many believers interpret pain as punishment, when it may actually be preparation. If the soul doesn't bring pain to God, it turns it into anger, into escape, into self-sabotage. That's where hidden addictions begin, where apathy grows, where spiritual comparison poisons identity. Science confirms, constant pain reshapes your perception of self. The brain starts to expect failure as a rule. And when the spirit is disoriented, it stops hoping for redemption. But here's the shift. Change the question from why me to what is God revealing about me here. That change moves your pain from despair to altar. Pain doesn't answer everything, but it shows where healing must begin. And that alone is transformation. Pain only becomes a platform when placed in the right hands. Joseph in Egypt didn't see purpose in his pain until the right time, but he stayed. Even when wrongly accused, even when forgotten, even when nothing made sense. Billy Graham said, faith is trusting God when the plans don't make sense, because you trust the character of the one who wrote the plan. That's what turns pain into destiny, trusting in silence. Here's a spiritual reset you can begin today. Write down your pain as seeds, not walls. Every tear can become a root. Declare biblical truths in silence, not just in victory. God's word stands even when you're broken. Act in faith, even when your heart is in pieces. Because even the smallest act is seen by heaven as worship. Hidden pain is fertile soil for a ministry not yet revealed. But it only bears fruit when you remain. There's a paradox few understand. The pain you're trying to eliminate might be the answer you prayed for. Many ask for purpose, but reject the process. They want mission, but avoid the desert. Yet God allows no random suffering. He forges warriors with scars, not speeches. Padre Pio said, pain accepted with faith turns the soul into an altar. And it's on that altar that God's presence descends unmistakably. Because there's no performance. Only surrender. Replace the thought this is destroying me with this is shaping me. Not because you love the pain, but because you know it's being used. Pain doesn't need to be understood. It needs to be surrendered. Because in God's hands, even your wounds can become direction. Pain is the secret language of divine preparation. Billy Graham reminded us, God's greatest instruments were people who walked through the greatest trials. Because in the depths, the heart learns to listen with no distraction. Padre Pio affirmed, the more intense the pain, the greater the calling. Pain humbles pride, refines character, and deepens compassion. God is not punishing you. He is preparing you. When you cooperate with pain instead of resisting it, it becomes the baptism that activates your true calling. So don't run from it. Surrender it. Your pain is not random. It's intentional. And when placed in the right hands, it ceases to be a prison and becomes fuel for the mission God wrote, using your tears as ink.